Eric. Tell me about you.
All right, well, my name is Eric Alper, and I am the Director of Media Relations and Label Acquisition for eOne Music Canada, which is the country's largest independent record label and also distribution company. We distribute about 190 different record labels in Canada, and on the label side, we work with and sign artists like Die Mannequin, Dearly Beloved, The Wiggles, among others as well. So it's a great job. I love what I do, and there's never a dull moment in what I do too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Highlights. You got to give me a few highlights.
Hanging out with the Wiggles is one of them.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Captain Feathersword, is he there? Is he part of the Wiggles, or is he like kind of like the weird fifth Beatle?
He's kind of like the weird fifth Beatle. He's kind of like the weird fifth.
It.
You know, it would be a cross between like the Captain and Wags and Dorothy, and they're all kind of like, they're not, you know, they're part of the team. They're like the assistant coaches.
How do you think they feel? Is it like, you know, the kind of like bass player slash like lead singer complex? You
I
know,
think
like kind of,
no. I think they love it.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's funny when people talk about the Wiggles like a concept of it, but you know, the people are amazing. They have one of the best teams I've ever worked around. All the guys, you know, formerly of the band, because now that they've changed up members a little bit, they were one of the sweetest, nicest, funniest people I've ever met. And you know, now they'll be going on forever. They'll be going on for years and years and years, because they've just come up with that idea that they can have different members come in and out, as long as, you know, the songs stays, you know, kind of stay the same. So that was a highlight. Working with Ringo Starr was awesome, because he's a Beatle, and I don't care what anybody says. He's a Beatle, and that's all I need. Sinead O'Connor was great. Bob Geldof was great. Ray Charles was amazing to work with.
Wow.
Just people that were like my musical heroes growing up, and then the fact that I get to like drive them around and sit in the car with them and talk to them is great. Because I always think, you know, if I'm going to get in a car accident with Bob Geldof, it's going to be Bob Geldof, comma, other dies in car accident, and so I always try to, you know, think about those kind of things. But it's a wonderful experience to be working with the media, in booking interviews and previews and press conferences, and I love the music industry. I love reading about what the media is all about, and I got to manage, you know, and merge the two together.
And how long have you been doing this?
About 20 years. The day after I graduated from university, I started a record label, which turned into a booking agency, record label, then a public relations company. And we just had a philosophy that I wanted to do it better, faster, cheaper than anybody else. And in the beginning, you know, I ate Kraft dinner every day for years. I worked 18-hour days for years in the basement of a house.
Was it your parents' house?
Yeah, a little bit in my parents' house, a little bit in the house that I had with my partners. And but it was a struggle, but we knew that every month that we were around for was a month that was successful. We didn't care about making money. I mean, money was going to be coming down the road, we knew, like most companies do, provided that you've got the right attitude and you enjoy what you're doing, and we always did.
Persistence.
It's persistent, it's working really hard. You know, luck certainly comes into it, but I think you kind of create your own luck with just working really hard and just having that passion that you've got to go for it. You know, when working with the bands, even back then, the independent bands that I was working really wanted success very badly, and they wanted, and not just like money and girls and women and fame and fortune.
Girls and women.
They wanted them both. They wanted both girls and women, preferably at the same time. And so it was like how to write the best pop song, how to find the best sound, how to find the best studio. And I knew, and I realized really early on that I needed to work just as hard as they were. And you have to kill to want it, especially in an industry where it's thriving and there's a lot of people that want to get into it, because there's always people that's behind you that want to kill for their, you know, for your position as well. So.